Ever dreamed of creating a garden that's not just beautiful but also practical? Let's make that dream a reality. Imagine your dream garden. Beautiful, functional, and uniquely yours. We're about to embark on a journey to transform your outdoor space into something truly special. So grab your gardening gloves and let's get started. First things first, let's take a look at what we're working with. Grab your measuring tape and head out to the backyard. Don't worry, it doesn't have to be anything fancy, just a good old-fashioned measure of your space. Jot down the dimensions and while you're at it, make a little sketch of your garden area. Now take a walk around. Really look at what you've got. Are there any existing features you love and want to keep? Maybe an old oak tree that provides the perfect shade or a charming brick pathway. On the flip side, are there any eyesores that need to go? That rusty old swing set or the overgrown shrubs that are blocking the view? This is your chance to start fresh and create a clean slate for your dream garden. Now that we have a good grasp of our space, let's talk about your vision. Close your eyes for a second and imagine yourself in your dream garden. What do you see? Are you hosting lively barbecues with friends and family? Or maybe you're curled up with a good book, listening to the birds sing. Do you picture rows of vibrant vegetables ripe for the picking? This is where we get to dream big. Think about how you want to use your garden. Is it a space for relaxation, entertaining, growing your own food, or a little bit of everything? Jot down your ideas no matter how big or small. This is your garden and it should reflect your passions and priorities. Now that we know what we want, let's talk about how to make it happen. Just like inside our homes, creating different zones in our gardens can help maximize space and functionality. Think of it like designing a floor plan for your outdoor space. Do you envision a cozy dining area for alfresco meals? Maybe a designated play area for the kids or grandkids? And let's not forget about the dedicated vegetable patch for all those homegrown goodies. By dividing your garden into zones, you create a sense of purpose and organization. Plus, it makes it easier to visualize and plan each area. Alright, now for the fun part, choosing a style. Just like our homes have their own unique personalities, so should our gardens. Are you drawn to the clean lines and minimalist aesthetic of a modern garden? Or maybe you prefer the charm and whimsy of a cottage garden overflowing with blooms? Perhaps the elegance and structure of a Mediterranean garden speak to your soul. There's no right or wrong answer here. The key is to choose a style that resonates with you and complements your home's architecture. So, browse through magazines, scroll through Pinterest, and gather inspiration. This is your chance to let your personality shine through in your outdoor space. Now, let's talk about flow. Just like in our homes, we want to create clear and inviting pathways throughout our gardens. Think of these pathways as the hallways of your outdoor space, guiding you from one area to the next. Whether it's a meandering gravel path leading to a secluded seating area, or a more structured stone walkway connecting your patio to your vegetable garden, these pathways should be both functional and beautiful. Choose materials that complement your garden's style and can withstand the elements. And don't be afraid to get creative. Add a touch of whimsy with stepping stones or create a sense of grandeur with a wider, more formal path. The key is to make navigating your garden a joy, not a chore. Now let's create some cozy nooks and crannies where you can relax and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Every dream garden needs comfortable seating areas where you can unwind with a glass of iced tea or host intimate gatherings with loved ones. Whether it's a charming bistro set tucked beneath a shady tree, a spacious outdoor dining table for family meals, or a comfy hammock for afternoon naps, make sure your seating options reflect your lifestyle and the way you envision using your garden. And don't forget about adding some vertical interest with structures like pergolas or gazebos. Not only do they provide shade and shelter, but they also add a touch of architectural charm and create a sense of intimacy. Now, for the heart and soul of any garden, the plants. This is where your creativity can really run wild. But before you head to the nursery, take some time to consider your climate and soil conditions. Choose plants that will thrive in your specific environment, and don't be afraid to mix things up. Combine perennials, annuals, shrubs, and trees for year-round interest. Think about the different heights, shapes, and textures of the plants you choose. And don't forget about foliage. Leaves come in a rainbow of colors and can add just as much interest as flowers. Remember, this is your chance to create a tapestry of life and beauty in your backyard. Alright, let's talk about color. Just like inside our homes, color plays a huge role in setting the mood and ambiance of our gardens. Are you drawn to the calming vibes of cool blues and purples? Or maybe you prefer the cheerful energy of warm yellows and oranges? Don't be afraid to experiment and find what speaks to you. And remember, color isn't limited to flowers. Foliage comes in an incredible array of hues, from deep greens to vibrant reds and yellows. And don't forget about texture. Combining plants with different textures adds depth and visual interest to your garden. Think about the soft, feathery texture of ornamental grasses next to the bold, architectural leaves of hostas, or the delicate petals of roses contrasted with the spiky blooms of lavender. By playing with color and texture, you create a sensory experience that's as delightful to touch as it is to look at. And there you have it, your very own Green Thumb magic guide to crafting the garden of your dreams. Remember, it's all about creating a space that brings you joy and reflects your unique style. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty, experiment, and have fun with it. Because at the end of the day, the most beautiful gardens are the ones filled with love, laughter, and maybe just a little bit of dirt under your fingernails.